my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Takes it at the 7th. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Davion Taylor
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah
in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
There he goes left side, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Bottom line, time when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Pickett back to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
20! And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Watson. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Browns sit 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And you have to believe that this is a pretty angry bunch. They only put up 3 points in their last game. I would expect them to be in better form here after a serious week of practice.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
So, Prop. passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now here's another carry for Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Pickett now from the gun here. And that will be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Browns set to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover they did on the last one.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Walker. Fitz, he gets in there to drop it. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. They'll roll him out right.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
York able to send this one through.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Steelers. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Pickett back to the air on second down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Harris running straight ahead. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe. So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit. Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Watson. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their arrow. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They run again on first down. Chubb found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run again with Harris, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Pickett to throw on first down.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29,
Pickett finding Pickens for another catch.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They hand this off to Harris, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Pickett.
Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 60 yards.
And the Browns take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. But no doubt that changes things. Instead of putting 3 more points on the board, they surrender 6 the other way, and they also surrender the lead.
My math's not that great, but that's a 9-point swing, likely to become 10 after they add the extra point.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by...
But I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down. Here's Chubb again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them with no gain.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. York able to send this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
That is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And again, it's Chubb.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a give left side for Chubb. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away.
York able to send this one through,
and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's Pickett and the Steelers. Down by 9. 1:47 on the clock. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Another try after the first down sack.
Pickett. That's caught downfield by Pickens.
Touchdown!
George Pickens
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
A York on now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
I'm really out for blood this time. Look.